Hello watch fans, today I have another interesting watch for you. Today we'll be looking at Christopher Ward C9 Jumping Hour MK2 because this is a second version of Jumping Hour watch made by Christopher Ward. Although the watch is using standard ETA 2824, what is even engraved here on the back, the modification of Jumping Hour it is this made by Christopher Ward, master watchmaker. So this is a partially in-house, I would say, because the modification is theirs. This watch it is quite rare that the UK-based company is making Swiss-made watches. As you can see, information of Swiss-made here on the bottom. But I like this company a lot, to be honest, because of two things. The watches are not overpriced, although this one is quite an expensive watch because of the jumping hour modification. This watch came in 4 versions, 2 in steel, 2 with rose gold 18 karat gold bezel, and the prices of new ones was around $1,700 for steel version and $2,500 for the version with the rose gold bezel. So not a cheap one exactly, but overall also not overpriced. Keeping in mind that jumping hour modification is quite rare nowadays. And this one, as I said, is advertised as being the most precise in the world. I don't know how to check it because overall this watch is not for people who like to check accuracy of the watch every day, because you can tell the time with I would say plus minus 30 seconds. Although the minute, because you only have one hand here, the minute hand here, and the hour is shown in this window. As you can see, the gaps between minutes are quite big, and you can estimate what time is exactly. Now I would say it's 45 seconds pass, and now we're getting 24 minutes past 4. As you can see on this in this window. So you can say it quite precisely, but not to 1 second, not with 1 second precision. I would say 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds plus minus. So for normal people, it's enough. It's enough, keeping in mind that this is quite a rare complication. What else? This watch is quite big because as this dial is clean as you can get, so this is supposed to be more of a dress watch. I would say it's quite big, 43 millimeters without the crown. So 43 millimeters is a rather standard size, but for a watch with such a big dial, such a clean dial, and not so thick edges, this is quite a big watch, but overall it wears okay. Here you can see it, how it looks on my wrist. My wrist is 17.5 centimeters, so rather small one, and it still wears okay. I would say a little bit big, but still okay. I like watches in this size as they have some bigger wrist presence, and for me it's still okay, but on the maximum level, I would say, because overall 43 millimeters is the best size, but as I said, the dial is extremely clean, and it wears a little bit, maybe a little bit bigger than that even. Crown is signed here. Movement itself is a little bit decorated. with the blue screws, got the Geneva stripes on the rotor, some logo on the rotor. Strap itself is a sign on the inside. On the description of this model, I read that it's supposed to have Louisiana alligator strap. I don't think this is probably the genuine letter only. As you can see, information here. I bought this watch in almost new condition, but not new, to be honest. It's in almost new condition because I didn't wear it that often. As usually I have 40-50 watches, so really it's impossible that I wear something too often. But probably maybe somebody changed it before he sold it to me. I cannot say, but this is not Louisiana alligator. Clasp itself is great, as you can see, mix of brushed and polished on the edges metals, very nicely polished on the inside, very high polish, as you can see, mirror-like even. Sides are also mixed of those two kind of finishing, brushed in the inside, polished on the edges, polished bezel, nice blue anti-reflecting coating on the crystal. Top crystal of course is sapphire. I read that the bottom is mineral. It's a little bit of downside for me. I don't know why they use mineral crystal nowadays. Besides some crazy divers with very curved glass, so sometimes it has application of mineral crystal, but overall I think sapphire crystal, especially the Chinese even sapphire crystal, but still sapphire crystal is quite a cheap one nowadays, so every company should use rather sapphire crystal. Every company that want to make good and long-lasting watches. On the beginning I said that I like this company because of two things, not overpriced watches and policy. To be honest, you can see it for example here. For every watch you have something like 60-day guarantee, so you can return the watch that you bought new from Christopher Ward in 60 days period. It's quite a long time, quite a long period, and you can make your mind and decide if you want to keep the watch, or you can return it as they declared, no questions asked. So this is a great policy, I would say. If the watch is supposed to be for your lifetime, or at least for a couple of years, you have a long period to decide if you want to keep it, if you like it or not. Because very often with watches, myself have this situation very often. I fall in love with some pictures or even videos of the watch. When I have it in reality, there is some downsides of it. For example, it doesn't fit my wrist perfectly. It moves around my wrist or dig into my wrist. How to say, but sometimes there is something wrong. I'm not falling in love with it immediately, and I would prefer have the opportunity to send it back if I don't like it as I should. So that's probably it about this watch. Quite an interesting feature with rare compilation, jumping hour. Maybe I would show you how does it change. You can move with the crown. Pick. And that's it. Now it's 3, 2.5, now 3:05. Okay, that's probably it. Christopher Ward, limited edition with a rare compilation of jumping hour. Thank you. Bye.